Pat Himes, Gary Smith. The 80/20 Movie Show. Available on your preferred podcasting platform and now on Indie Rage Radio. Join them Sunday nights at 7 p.m. 6 Central at Indie Rage Radio. Exclusively at IndieRage.com.
Called editing, my friend. What are we drinking this week?
It's editing, all right. So you've got your horrible Kegerator discount beer that you bought, the Leigenklugel Summer Shandy, which was a terrible mistake, Pat. Never buy the beer on sale. Never, ever.
That's true.
So we can't just drink it straight because it murders you after one beer.
Mm-hmm.
So we invented something called the Peach Windy, and we add peppermint schnapps to it. And it makes
No,
it more,
peach schnapps, not peppermint
well,
schnapps.
these taste like peppermint schnapps because you got the 99 version, which is way more alcohol than the other one.
I did.
So.
I made a mistake. Instead of buying the Aristocrat, which is I think $8 a bottle, I bought.
But good.
Yeah, I bought the $15 bottle. I forget what it's called, and
99. It's called 99.
now it's fine.
Well, yeah, you're one deep into the second one.
Yeah, we're not even talking about happy hour either, but yeah.
So finally, Pat,
Oh yes.
you're very happy here. This makes me laugh. You said in the end it's all about the money.
Yeah.
I disagree, Pat. Last Man Standing got canceled, and it was the second highest rated show on CBS,
On ABC.
ABC.
Yeah.
And it was making a lot of money.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the politics that got
Yeah.
that canceled.
So I don't think it's always the money in the end, but in this case,
Well, in this case, it is about the money.
I kind of think they bowed to pressure here, and they'll kind of kill it off next year.
You think so?
They'll sort of string it out next year.
So Timeless saved from the chopping block. They're getting a 10-episode run. And basically what it boiled down to was guarantees by the production company for guaranteed money. I think the show was a split production.
Yeah, which always
Mm-hmm.
comes back to haunt shows.
Which wasn't Star Trek a split production?
A lot
the
of
original
shows
Star
are,
Trek,
yeah.
yeah. So Sony TV, as you see the soundboard come back up, Sony TV made a deal with Timeless, the producers of Timeless. So basically, NBC is guaranteed to make money on the show. So that's why they're bringing it back for a 10-episode run. And I haven't watched the last 3 episodes yet, but if you've ever watched it,
They all died at the end.
if you've ever
Spoiler
watched
alert.
it, I've always enjoyed the show personally. I was a huge fan of Quantum Leap, but Gary is right. NBC just loves to not give shows a chance. And
That's why I don't watch NBC shows anymore.
there's something in this Deadline article about how Brandon Tartikoff would take chances. Like Cheers was not a runaway success
Neither
when
was
it first came out.
Seinfeld, which
Neither
is
was Seinfeld.
well-known, yeah.
You know, and when I think about it, and this brings me to my point, I think networks don't take chances anymore on shows unless it's a breakout hit or hitting that demographic in the first year. They're not going to give Timeless or Awake or was our Journeyman, those types of shows. They're not going to give them a
Life.
chance. Life. They're not going to give them a
NBC.
chance. And I think in some cases they overinvest in some of these shows. The CW, for example, you and I were shooting this over on chat. They're bringing Black Lightning out in 2018. That's like 4 comic book heavy shows on the CW.
Yeah, but they're making money off.
They're
of
making money off
Yeah.
it.
They've got a niche, Pat.
But there's dilution to the market as well, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. So.
And then the interesting thing is, whatever happens next year, Timeless has to have the numbers. And unfortunately, at the end, their numbers weren't that great.
But they weren't bad. They weren't terrible.
They were a lot. They were at the point where they were definitely on the bubble.
Yeah.
And I think part of that was the fact that NBC, it gets to a point and you're like, shit, NBC isn't going to keep these shows on anymore. Why am I going to give you the time of day about this, even if I might like it?
I mean,
So-
what can you name breakout shows on NBC? Blind Spot, I guess.
Yeah, that's down too, though.
But that's down. What's the with James Spader? My wife loves that show.
Oh, that's
the Blacklist.
Blacklist. Yep.
That's like their only real hit,
yeah,
right?
So
Besides SVU.
it's NBC's a shell of its former self. And Mike's talking about this. Netflix is better, and I agree with him. Because, and you haven't seen Stranger Days yet. You
No.
get something like Stranger Days.
Strange Days, or is it Stranger Days?
I thought it was Stranger Days.
Okay.
So, but you get something like that, and you're gonna get. I'm gonna get to see the whole season play through, which is I hate because I know with NBC, they're gonna bonus. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, sorry, we're gonna cancel you. There's no sort of payoff at the end. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but Pat, I do know this.